The next question, number 7, is about magnetism. 7a. A solenoid connected to a battery produces a magnetic field. The wires are then connected to the battery terminals the other way around. Tick one box in the table to indicate the effect on the magnetic field. Do you know what will happen to the magnetic field if we reverse the battery terminals? The magnetic field will also be reversed. So, the correct answer for number 7a is reverses direction. Let's put tick right next to the reverses direction. That's the answer. Let's move on to number 7b. Figure 7.1 shows a top view of two bar magnets and a vertical rigid conducting rod carrying a current. The direction of the current in the rod is coming out of the paper. You can see the dot here. It represents the direction of the current on the rod is coming out of the paper. On figure 7.1, draw a single line with an arrow to show the direction of the magnetic field due to the bar magnets at the position of the rod. So you have to draw the line at the position of the rod here. And then remember, the magnetic field goes from north to south. So your drawing must be like this. The arrow points to south to show that the direction of the magnetic field goes from north to south, and the line must pass through the rod because it has to be at the position of the rod. 7b double I. State the direction of the force exerted on the vertical rod. Now guys, to answer this, you have to use your left hand rule. Remember, the thumb shows the force, your index finger shows the magnetic field, and your middle finger shows the current. The current is coming out of the paper, so your middle finger must point up. The magnetic field goes from north to south. Follow this arrow. Your index finger must point to the south. Your thumb will show you the force or the direction of motion. In this case, the problem asks, state the direction of the force. So our thumb will show us the direction of the force. If the position of your fingers are correct, you will get your thumb shows to the right. So the direction of the force is to the right. Number 7c. The rod has a mass of 350 grams and the resultant force acting on the rod is 0.21 Newton. The rod is free to move. Calculate the initial acceleration of the rod. To calculate the acceleration, first we have to convert the mass into kilogram. So mass equals to 350 grams or 0.35 kilogram. Divide the 350 gram by 1000 if you want to change the unit of the mass from gram into kilogram. Now we can calculate the acceleration. Acceleration equals to force over mass. The force is 0.21 and the mass is 0.35. We get this 3 over 5 or 0.6 meter per second squared. This is the answer for number 7C. Put that on the provided space, 0.6 meter per second squared. Don't forget to use the correct unit for the acceleration.